Muffin Delivery by Collab Time. The sun shone through the windows of Ditzy's home, making her grumble slightly for being woken up so early. It didn't really matter. She had to go to work early that day anyway. The blonde mare got out of bed and made her way downstairs to make herself some coffee and grab a muffin or two, her favorite way to wake herself up in the morning. She ate the muffins quickly, rubbing her stomach in satisfaction. As she was making the coffee, her daughter, Dinky Doo, came downstairs.
Morning, Mommy.
Dinky said while she hugged her mom.
Morning, Muffin. A bit early, aren't we? Well, you wake up early all the time.
Dinky said, giggling. Ditzy drank her coffee and picked up her young daughter.
You really are my little muffin, aren't you?
She asked Dinky, receiving a joyous squee in response. Suddenly, an idea popped into Ditzy's head.
Dinky, do you want to see what Mommy does at work today?
Dinky's eyes grew wide with happiness. She nodded furiously as if it was the greatest offer ever made by pony kind. Before they headed off to work, Ditzy grabbed 3 more muffins, and then they left the house.
Where are we going today? Appaloosa? Manhattan? Los Places?
Dinky asked her mother eagerly.
I don't know yet, my little muffin. That's the fun part of being a mail mare,
Ditzy said as she and Dinky approached the post office. As they arrived at the post office, they were greeted by an old Pegasus, smiling broadly at the 2 mares. "Howdy there, Miss Ditzy. Who's this little one here?" he asked, coughing to either get her attention or because he was sick.
This one is my little muffin, Dinky. I thought I told you about her 10 times.
The blonde mare said, while the old pony sighed and smiled back at her. "Probably have done. Old age affects the mind more than anything else, ma'am. Anyway, a package came in to be delivered today. It is for Princess Luna." In a split second, Ditzy's eyes shot open and skipped breath.
Princess Luna? One of the royal sisters herself?
She asked, stunned. "You're not scared, are you? She's just another pony," the old pony said while handing over the package. "Everything'll be fine."
Sorry, waking up 6 in the morning makes one a bit grouchy. I'll deliver this for sure,
she said while she tried to hide her true feelings. "Oh, look, Ditzy, you're the only pony around this place that actually talks to me, so this can be your last order of the week, okay?" Ditzy smiled and hugged the old pony.
You really are too nice.
"Well, I'm doing the best I can. Now, the sooner you get this order done, the sooner you can have the week off and spend some extra time with Dinky." Ditzy grabbed the package and exited the post office with Dinky by her side. Dinky looked at her mother and gave a worried look.
Mommy, are you okay?
Ditzy smiled as she grabbed her daughter and placed her on her back.
You don't need to worry about your mom, Dinky. I'm fine. Besides, we're going to Canterlot. Aren't you excited?
Dinky smiled and embraced her mother's neck.
I can't wait, but can I get something before we leave?
Ditzy gave her daughter a positive nod and went back home.
What do you need, Dinky?
Ditzy asked her daughter, but Dinky was too busy to answer as she was racing upstairs to grab something. After a short while, she came back with a pouch strapped behind her tiny neck and with her brown fluffy teddy bear in her mouth.
I forgot my pouch. What would I do without you, little muffin?
Ditzy asked her daughter. After the blonde mare took the pouch off Dinky's neck, she put the package inside it.
You have everything now?
Ditzy asked once again. Dinky nodded positively. Before she took off, Ditzy placed her daughter on her back. After she checked once again if Dinky was staying comfortable on her back, hugging the teddy bear, the gray mare flapped her wings a few times and took off. Ditzy had to fly slower than usual, just to make sure that Dinky wouldn't fall off. Fortunately, that didn't mean that the trip would take much longer than it should have. As they kept on flying, Ditzy could better admire the landscape invaded by the light of the sun given to them by Princess Celestia. However, the young filly stared off into the distance, her thoughts trailing away to other things as boredom overtook her spirit.
Mommy, how much longer do we have? I'm tired of waiting.
Dinky whined.
I don't know how long it will take, darling. Just rest your head for a little while, okay?
Ditzy got out one of the muffins she prepared for the trip and gave it to the little one. After Dinky ate her muffin, she placed her head on her mother's blonde mane, and while hugging her teddy bear, she fell asleep.
You really do tire it out easily, don't you?
Ditzy thought out loud. After 1 hour, Ditzy finally arrived in Canterlot, landing in the town square.
Dinky, wake up! We're here!
Ditzy said, while gently pushing her daughter with her snout. Dinky woke up, seeing shops she had never seen, ponies dressed up in silly ways, and smells she had never smelled before.
Wow, Mommy, this is beautiful! Oh, how long are we going to stay?
Dinky asked after she yawned.
I don't know, Muffin. I guess after we give this package to Princess Luna, we can have a little look around. Maybe get a nice little souvenir.
Ditzy said as she placed the little one on the ground.
Okie dokie, Mommy. To Luna's!
Ditzy laughed at her daughter's excited state.
Fine then, my little Muffin. To Luna's place.
The blonde mare said, happy to see Dinky so anxious. They both started galloping, until Dinky realized that they were missing something.
Which way is Luna's place?
The filly asked her mother. When Ditzy realized that she didn't know where to drop off the package, she started asking around for directions. Dinky couldn't help herself not to laugh at her mother's confusion. Every pony ignored the male mare's request for directions, like they were trying to avoid her. Luckily, she stumbled upon a royal guard on patrol. He was kind enough to tell her where she could find Princess Luna.
Thank you very much,
Dinky told the guard before she grabbed her daughter and took off to the castle, where Princess Luna was supposed to be. One muffin stop later, Ditzy and Dinky finally arrived at the castle. It was so tall that Dinky fell on her back looking up. As they walked closer to the castle, they were stopped brutally by a guard.
Who goes there?
The guard asked on an imposing tone, which scared Dinky into hiding behind her mother.
Hey, that's mean,
Ditzy said to the guard, not intimidated by his voice.
I'm just here to deliver a package to the Princess Luna. That's all,
She said as she took the package out of her pouch, showed it to the guard.
My deepest apologies. I hope you can understand that was only standard procedure for visitors.
The guard apologized. After that, he bowed, showing his deepest regrets. Dinky came out from behind her hiding spot.
It's okay, mister,
She said, smiling, but still shaking a little.
I'm sorry, little one. You and your mother may go forward now. I'll escort you to Princess Luna.
The guard said as he took the lead. Behind him, Ditzy placed her daughter once again on her back. The guard took the two mares to Luna's room, knocking on the impressive sculptured door.
Princess Luna, you have visitors.
Really? Who?
Luna said from the other side of the door. The princess opened the door and saw the male mare with her daughter on her back.
Hi there, Princess Luna. My name's Ditzy, and this is my daughter, Dinky.
Ditzy smiled at Luna, though Dinky just hid behind her, for being scared of the princess of the night.
Dinky, say hi to the princess.
But the filly shook her head no.
I'm scared, Mommy.
Dinky whispered.
Come on, Dinky, just say hello to Princess Luna real quick.
After Dinky came out from behind her mother, she hid her face with her hooves to make herself feel a bit safer.
I'm sorry about this. Dinky's just a little bit shy, that's all. Anyway, I have your package right here,
The male mare said, while she grabbed the package from her pouch and hoofed it over to Princess Luna.
Thank you, Miss Ditzy.
Luna said as she grasped the package with her magic.
Sorry, little one, for scaring you.
As she was apologizing, she unwrapped the package with her magic, revealing an intense smell of muffins.
You ordered muffins?
Ditzy asked when she felt the smell. After she revealed her face, Dinky ran over to Princess Luna's side to see what was inside the package.
I really love muffins, you see. I've always have, ever since I was a little filly.
Luna said while she was checking the contents of the package.
Ooh, cinnamon apple flavor.
She exclaimed.
Same with me. I love muffins as well. My mom loved muffins, and I inherited her muffin love as well. So did my little Dinky.
Ditzy explained happily. Dinky grabbed one of the muffins from inside the package and took a bite of it, smiling brightly.
What flavor is this one? I haven't had this one before.
I believe it's the rose flavor. Or it was.
Luna said, giggling.
Ditzy, do you like one too?
Ditzy shook her head, but Luna wouldn't take a no for an answer. She took another rose muffin and offered it to the male mare. Ditzy fell for the temptation, snatched it from Luna's grasp, and ate it in one bite, giggling afterwards.
I haven't had a rose muffin in months. It feels so nice in my tummy.
She squealed in happiness after that.
Thank you, by the way.
Luna said rather sheepishly to Ditzy.
For what exactly? I'm a male mare. It's my job to bring packages to ponies everywhere.
Ditzy explained, though Luna shook her head.
No, I mean for staying and talking to me. Most ponies just drop off my muffins, leaving without even having a little talk. It makes my life even lonelier than it already is.
Luna said in a sad tone. Ditzy felt the burden on Luna's heart. Her motherly instincts told her that it wasn't easy to be in Princess Luna's fur.
There, little Luna.
The gray mare said as she hugged the princess. Luna smiled at this, and for once she felt like she belonged somewhere. After a few more muffins, Ditzy noticed that the day was about halfway through.
Me and Dinky have to go now. Bye, Princess
But Ditzy was cut off by Luna, whose smile dropped when she heard about them leaving.
Wait! Could you stay for a little longer? Please?
Luna asked, begging for her guests to stay a bit longer.
Well, we don't really have anything to do today, so sure, I guess I could stay for a...
But without any warning, Luna hugged Ditzy.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you!
Luna exclaimed, hugging Ditzy tighter with every thank you she was saying.
Can you put me down, please? I think you're crushing my lungs.
Ditzy barely said. Luna opened her eyes in realization and dropped Ditzy on the floor.
Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I don't know my own strength.
It's okay, Luna. I just need to straighten out my back, that's all.
Ditzy said while she rubbed her back in pain and tried to put her wings back in their proper place.
Miss Luna, can I ask you something?
Dinky asked nervously, without looking in Luna's eyes.
Of course, little one.
Luna replied, smiling.
What's your question?
You're not like anything like in the stories. Why aren't you like that?
At the sound of that question, Luna's smile vanished and she sighed.
Well, that wasn't really me, but it was a part of me. A while ago I was very lonely and sad about life, and one day I became a horrible monster. But I'm nothing like that anymore, I promise.
So, you don't eat little fillies then?
Luna chuckled.
I've never eaten a little filly before, though I am curious how they taste.
Luna joked. Unfortunately, Dinky didn't get the joke, and she ran to hide behind her mother once again.
Don't worry, little one. It was just a joke.
Luna apologized, worried that they would leave her.
Okie dokie, Miss Luna.
Dinky said, coming back out of her hiding place.
Is that how most of my stories portray me nowadays? As a monster?
Luna asked Ditzy.
Well...
But Dinky's silence made Luna's smile disappear as she began to tear up.
What's wrong, Luna?
The male mare asked, looking up at Luna.
It's been 1,000 years, and yet every pony still thinks I'm a monster. Though Nightmare Moon is gone. That's the reason I always stay in here. I tried to make some friends, but they all ran away from me.
Luna started to cry, causing Ditzy to hover up to her.
Princess Luna, if I may, Dinky and I are your friends.
Then Ditzy and Dinky hugged Luna tightly until she stopped crying, which took a while to do.
Thank you very much, and please, call me Luna.
The princess sniffed, wiping her eyes.
Now, what would my new friends like to do?
Well, we could go swimming. I saw this really big lake while Mommy and I were flying here. So that could be really fun.
Dinky piped up after a moment. Luna smiled at the idea.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Hang on, I'll get some towels and then we can go.
Ditzy grew worried when she heard the swimming idea.
But, Muffin, you still can't swim.
Dinky's face turned red with embarrassment.
Why can't you swim? I've been practicing. Okay, Dinky. Luna, we'll head over to the lake and we'll wait for you.
The male mare told Luna.
Yay! We're gonna have so much fun, Miss Luna!
Dinky exclaimed, excited.
Yes, we will.
Luna answered happily. After Ditzy placed Dinky on her back, they left the palace, leaving Luna behind them to get what she needed. Ditzy and Dinky got to the lake in a few minutes and decided to lay back and relax until Luna came along.
Mommy, why is Luna not like the Luna in the stories?
Dinky asked, breaking the long silence.
Well, little Muffin, The story is that Luna was really alone with no friends to talk to and no one to share her muffins with. One day, a big, mean pony called Nightmare Moon came along and made Luna do all sorts of evil things. Then Luna was sent to the moon for a really long time.
When she realized how sad the story was, Dinky's smile dropped.
Poor Miss Luna. Maybe we could be her bestest friends.
Dinky asked, widening her eyes.
Oh, Dinky, how can I refuse you when you're making that face? Of course we're Luna's best friends.
The blonde mare said while hugging her daughter.
And Miss Luna might be able to help me with my little magic problem, too.
Dinky exclaimed.
She's a big pony, like this big.
The filly said as she was stretching her hooves as hard as she could, in the end falling on her back in the soft grass. Suddenly, Luna came out of nowhere and landed in front of them, a little bit too fast.
Help you with what?
Luna asked, looking at the little filly.
Can you land a bit softer next time, Luna? You almost gave me a heart attack.
Ditzy said after she came back to her senses.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's wrong with your magic?
Luna asked Dinky, a little worried.
My horn just doesn't work. Just watch.
And as she was explaining to Luna, Dinky tried to cast some magic, but only some bright sparks came out of her tiny horn.
How old is Dinky exactly?
Luna asked the male mare, as Dinky was still struggling to cast some magic.
She's 7 years old.
Luna looked down at Dinky's horn.
Dinky's magic is just a bit slow at working, that's all. Some unicorns' magic develops slower than others, but I'll help.
Luna's horn glowed brightly. After a while, a beam of Luna's magic went into Dinky's horn. Once the process was done, Dinky stopped shivering.
Dinky should rest for a bit. I just transferred some of my own magic into her horn. That should give her a small impulse.
Luna told the blonde mare. Dinky smiled and started to bounce.
That's really cool. Wait, does this mean we're related now?
Luna couldn't help herself not to giggle.
No, you silly filly. But you can say that I'll always be with you, wherever you go.
Dinky smiled and tried out her magic, levitating a rock and then moving it around just to make sure that it was true. Suddenly she dropped it.
Is there something wrong?
Luna asked, worried. Suddenly Dinky jumped on Luna.
Thank you, Luna!
The filly exclaimed while hugging Luna's foot as tight as she could.
It was no problem. I wouldn't do anything for a friend.
The princess replied, winking.
Now, shall we go swimming?
Luna asked them. After Dinky and Ditzy heard the question, they looked at each other. After a short exchange of looks, they looked back at Luna, giving her a nod and smiling. Luna went in first and floated on her back to relax. Dinky jumped in, swimming rather oddly.
Dinky, are you sure you can swim?
Luna looked at Dinky, who was doggy paddling at this point.
I can swim.
The filly replied.
Just not that well, that's all.
Luna rolled her eyes after she heard what Dinky said. Worried for the filly, she used her magic to lift her while creating a floating mattress under her. When she finished, Luna dropped Dinky on the floating device.
Hey!
Dinky exclaimed angrily, but Luna thought it was cute.
Sorry, little one, but you can't swim all that well. And we don't want anything happening to you. Just relax and enjoy how peaceful everything...
But Luna was stopped by Ditzy's scream.
Cannonball!
Ditzy jumped into the water, making a big wave, swamping Luna in the process. Ditzy looked up and saw Luna's starry mane all wet and soggy, making her laugh.
Luna, your mane is all wet. Actually, you look rather pretty like that.
Ditzy's word made Luna giggle.
Thank you, but I'd prefer it the way as it normally is.
Luna said, while using some magic to dry her mane.
But it looks pretty on you. Well, not that your normal look is bad or anything.
I suppose so.
Luna said, thoughtfully, while going back with Ditzy and Dinky to just relaxing in the water, lying back and basking in the sun's heat. After a long silence, Luna spoke up.
Ditzy, can I ask you something?
The princess asked, receiving as an answer only a positive nod.
It's a bit personal, but...
When Ditzy heard those words, she cut off Luna's sentence.
It's the eyes, isn't it? Every pony I meet always asks that. It's a medical condition. Fine.
Ditzy said rather angrily.
I'm sorry for asking. I know it was a mean question, but I couldn't help myself.
Luna apologized as she got out of the water and started to dry off.
It's okay, Luna. At least you didn't call me Derpy or Freak. A lot of ponies call me that. It's rather mean if you ask me.
Ditzy said, making Luna realize that maybe she shouldn't have asked, feeling sorry for her statement.
Every pony thinks that I'm a bad mother, and it's just because of my eyes. I try my best, and Dinky knows I'm willing to do anything for her to prove that I'm doing my best. Do you think that's right?
Luna shook her head at the question.
You're a great mother, and I have nothing against your eyes. They're very pretty. Besides, if some pony can't see past your eyes, then they don't deserve to stay with you, or call themselves your friends. Some pony will always judge a book by its cover.
Luna said.
It's really a matter of choice there.
Ditzy said in a disappointed tone. Both mares' faces were brightened when they saw Dinky swimming towards them.
How was the swim, Dinky?
Luna asked when she saw the filly swimming around them.
It was really fun. What were you and Luna talking about?
Dinky asked as she moved closer to Luna.
Nothing much.
Luna smiled at Dinky and patted her on the head, then looked over at Ditzy.
Ditzy, may I ask, but who is Dinky's father?
Luna asked, realizing that Ditzy's happiness abruptly was replaced with spite.
Ditzy? Are you okay?
She asked, while putting a hoof on Ditzy's shoulder to calm her down.
Dinky's father is a pony I don't want to talk about, especially in front of Dinky.
The gray mare said venomously.
I see. Well then, I'm sorry I upset you. But now, let's move away from that. Maybe we should go to Ponyville. I'd like to see your home.
Luna said, trying to change the awkward subject. At the sound of that suggestion, Ditzy raised an eyebrow.
Okay then. Yay! The princess is coming to visit our home!
Dinky barely said while she was trying to swim to stay at the surface.
Come here, you silly filly.
Luna said, giggling, while scooping up Dinky. After the three mares had dried with the towels Luna had brought, Dinky led the way to their house in Ponyville. After a while of flying, Ditzy and Luna landed in front of a big house. Weird thing, though, that there was no pony around. Maybe they were at one of Pinky's parties. That was a possibility. Ditzy opened the door, inviting Luna to enter the house. Luna went inside, with Dinky on her back and Ditzy right behind her. Luna looked around, seeing the small sofa and the recliner as well, which got her attention.
Do you mind if I sit down?
The princess asked, receiving as an answer from Ditzy a positive nod.
This is rather nice,
Luna said, rather surprised by how cozy she felt on that piece of furniture. After a while, Dinky ran up to Luna, jumping on her. When landing on top of her, the filly started to tickle Luna, making her laugh frantically.
What are you doing?
Luna barely managed to say as Dinky kept tickling her.
Dinky does that to any pony that sits on Mommy's special chair.
Ditzy explained, trying not to laugh.
When Mommy got this chair, she got Mr. Fluffy, my favorite teddy bear in the whole world.
Dinky exclaimed.
Wait here, Miss Luna.
The filly said after she jumped off the princess. The filly ran upstairs and came back in record time.
See? This is Mr. Fluffy.
Dinky told Luna after she placed the teddy bear right in front of the princess.
I made some tea. Does any pony want some?
Ditzy asked. She didn't have to wait long because Luna and Dinky already used their magic to grab a cup of tea each.
You like the tea, Luna?
Ditzy asked, grabbing some muffins before she started drinking from her own cup.
It's an amazing tea.
Luna praised Ditzy.
You two are amazing.
Luna said while looking at Ditzy and Dinky, revealing a big smile on her face. Luna ate some muffins and thought about how the day had gone so far. She had turned a day where she would have eaten about 12 muffins into a day where she made some friends in the process.
Luna, hello.
Dinky asked her, popping from right behind her.
You went out to Dreamland for a little while.
Dinky said, giggling.
What were you thinking about anyway?
Ditzy asked, perking her ears up, preparing to listen to Luna's every word.
Just this day so far. That's all. I've made my first friend ever since I came back to Equestria, and I'm really glad it's you.
Luna said. Dinky walked up to Luna's leg and looked confused.
Am I your friend as well, Miss Luna?
Luna picked up the little filly, making Dinky laugh.
Of course you're my friend, Dinky. How could I refuse such an adorable face?
Luna asked the filly, hugging her.
Hey, what about me? Am I adorable?
Ditzy asked all of a sudden, making Luna blush a bit.
You won't mind what I say?
Luna asked, receiving as an answer from the gray mare a positive nod.
I think you're beautiful. I also think you're one of the nicest ponies I ever met.
And you're my best friend in the whole world, Luna. You're my only friend, actually.
Ditzy said, hugging Luna.
I'll listen, Ditzy. If you have something on your soul, just tell me, and I will listen.
Luna said, after she realized that Ditzy was crying.
Dinky, can you go upstairs for a bit? Mommy needs to talk to Luna in private.
Dinky nodded with a smile and went upstairs, while holding Mr. Fluffy in her mouth. After Ditzy had made sure that her daughter had left, she broke the hug with a sigh.
When I went to school as a filly, every pony picked on me because of my eyes. I was called Derpy, Freak, Monster. All of those names made me feel sad. I never really had a friend in school. No matter what I did, no matter how hard I tried to, no pony wanted to be my friend. I was so alone and so scared.
Tears started flowing down Ditzy's face as she spoke. She wiped them off and continued.
When I finished school, my mom caught a funny illness that made her unable to fly. Then I took her job for her as a mail mare, and that's the point when everything got so much worse. It started out fine at first. I met some ponies, talked to a few ponies here and there. It was nice. I felt like I belonged somewhere. Then I met the stallion, whose name I really don't want to remember, asked me out one night. We had fun until he gave me this funny drink that put me to sleep. The next morning, I woke up in my bed and everything seemed normal until I realized I was sick a few weeks later. It turned out I was pregnant with Dinky. That's the ironic thing. The best thing that happened to me came from a thing that could have ruined my whole life. I'm happy I have Dinky. But I don't want to talk about this anymore. These are painful memories, which I since got when I got Dinky. And I try to forget.
Luna saw the smile on Ditzy's face, but the tears as well. Luna wiped the tears away from her face and hugged her tightly.
You're the best thing that's ever happened to me, Ditzy. You're my best friend in the world, and if any pony will hurt you again, I don't care what will happen, but I'll make sure that they'll never do it again.
Luna said, making Dinky's smile appear once again on her face. Suddenly, Ditzy came up with a bright idea.
Luna, do you want to have a sleepover? Please?
At the sound of the proposal, Luna hugged the mail mare as tight as she could.
Too tight.
Ditzy could barely say.
Sorry, again.
Luna said, making Ditzy laugh.
It's okay, Luna. You're just a big softie, that's all. Why don't you go back to the castle real quick and get whatever you need for the night?
She asked the princess.
I'll see you in a bit.
Luna exclaimed while jumping for joy to the door. Before she left, Princess Luna threw a last look at the house where she had found happiness. After a short flight, Luna made it back to the castle and went to her room to gather what she would need for the night.
Let's see. Socks, chocolate, my special pillow, and a horror book for a little scare. I can't wait!
Luna exclaimed while checking what she had already packed. When she headed out of the room, she was greeted by her older sister.
Where have you been, Luna?
Princess Celestia asked in a worried tone.
I met someone really nice today. Her name is Ditzy, and she's my best friend I've made ever since coming back. Aren't you happy, sister?
Luna said in such a joyous tone, surprising Princess Celestia.
Of course I am. Just remember to raise the moon.
Celestia said, smiling.
I'm surprised it took you so long for you to make a friend, though.
At the sound of that statement, Luna frowned.
Anyway, why do you like her then?
Ditzy makes me so happy. She's the very first pony I've met that isn't scared of me and actually talks to me about something that doesn't involve Nightmare Moon.
Then a thought came to Luna's mind, bothering her a bit.
Sister, how do I know if I love some pony?
Luna asked nervously.
I suppose when you feel happy just by thinking about them. When being with them makes even the worst days feel better. And when you spend time with them, you always feel happy around them. You love that Ditzy, don't you?
Celestia asked happily to see that her sister made some friends.
No, of course not. She's my friend, and that's all. I only met her today anyway. It would be rather fast to fall in love with some pony in only a day.
Luna smiled.
But she's my best friend though, and tonight I'm having a sleepover with her. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Luna said, a little bit nervous. With no other words from her sister, Luna flew out of the castle. Luna was flying through the clouds, feeling for the first time in her life truly happy for meeting Ditzy and her daughter, and for finally making some friends after such a long time alone.
Ditzy, she's been so nice to me. She actually likes me, and she's so beautiful. So beautiful. What am I saying? She's just a friend, that's all. I won't ruin that.
After she finished thinking about Ditzy, Luna kept flying over Ponyville until she landed in front of Ditzy's house. The door opened, and Luna was greeted by Ditzy, who rushed to hug her.
Luna, you came back!
Ditzy exclaimed, very excited for her friend's appearance.
Of course I came back. You're my best friend in the whole world.
Luna said, hugging Ditzy back, making sure not to crush her this time, and thankfully for Ditzy, she succeeded.
Where is Dinky?
Luna asked after they broke the hug, realizing that there was Ditzy without her little one for once.
Oh, well, she went to sleep a few minutes ago, but that's good for us.
When Luna heard her words, she couldn't help herself and raised an eyebrow.
I didn't mean anything like that.
Ditzy tried to defend herself when she looked at Luna's expression. At the sound of Ditzy's statement, Luna realized that she was even more confused.
What do you mean?
The princess asked, making the gray mare blush.
Nothing. How about we start playing some board games that ponies play at parties? Like, Truth or Dare. Hey, let's play that.
Ditzy exclaimed, pulling Luna inside her house. Luna noticed that Ditzy had moved the couch out of the way and placed some pillows and covers on the floor, along with 2 sleeping bags, one for Luna, which she could tell due to it being much larger, and a much smaller one for the gray mare. Also, there were a lot of muffins set out, along with some drinks. Ditzy floated over to her sleeping bag and got comfy quickly, grabbing a muffin and something to drink.
Come on, Luna. Don't be such a scaredy cat. Just relax and have a drink.
Luna smiled at Ditzy's statement. Trying to please the mare, she levitated a cup to her and started to sip out of it. Luna shivered a bit at the taste.
It's a bit too sweet.
Luna said, giving another sip.
Though it's rather delicious. Is this wine?
Luna asked in a curious tone. Ditzy blushed and nodded.
Well, I thought that since you're my first friend in such a long time, I would get something special to celebrate the event. That's all.
Ditzy said, smiling.
Besides, there isn't enough to make you go funny or anything like that. I promise. I checked when I went to the shop and got it.
Ditzy stopped and took a deep breath.
Come on, let's play Truth or Dare.
She exclaimed happily, with Luna giving a pleasant nod. Ditzy went first.
I'll go first. I pick... Truth.
Ditzy said excitedly to Luna.
Have you ever done anything embarrassing?
Luna asked, making Ditzy think about it a while.
When I was a little filly, I tripped and landed in a big cake. It was really funny for every pony, but then ponies called me klutz.
Ditzy laughed.
But it was really funny. Now it's your turn, Luna.
Luna thought for a second.
I choose... Dare.
Ditzy got out a blue muffin.
I dare you to eat this muffin.
Luna shrugged and ate the muffin in one bite.
Well, that was easy.
Luna said, but afterwards she realized that Ditzy was laughing.
What's so funny?
She asked. Ditzy grabbed a mirror and showed Luna that her face had turned bright pink.
That was a joke, Muffin. They performed pranks on ponies. Hang on, I'll get the antidote.
Ditzy searched for the antidote and found it in the jar labeled, "Not for Dinky." She got the antidote out and brought it to Luna. She drank the vial, afterward shivering from the taste.
Your turn, Ditzy.
Luna happily said, though a bit nervous as to what Ditzy would do.
I choose Dare.
Ditzy picked, curious for what Luna was going to pick. Luna thought about this and grinned.
I dare you to kiss me.
Ditzy blinked a few times, surprised.
Did you just dare me to kiss you?
Luna nodded. Ditzy shrugged and kissed Luna on the muzzle quickly. There was a long silence between the two until Luna decided to break it.
That was nice.
Luna said, almost whispering. Ditzy looked at Luna with a puzzled look.
Why did you want me to kiss you? You like mares, don't you?
Luna shook her head after she heard Ditzy's question.
I just wanted to see what it felt like, that's all. Do you hate me now?
Luna was on the verge of tears after saying that.
Well, of course not, you silly filly. You're my best friend. I can never hate you. To be honest, I'm not sure myself if I like mares or stallions, but in any case, I can never be angry at you.
The gray mare said, hugging Luna. Ditzy gave a big smile to Luna and yawned.
I'm heading off to bed. Luna, you should too. I have the entire week to spend with you and Dinky.
Ditzy exclaimed, before falling asleep in her comfy sleeping bag. Luna stood a little longer to think about what had happened that night. After a while, she moved her own sleeping bag closer to Ditzy's, so she could give her a quick kiss on the snout.
Ditzy, you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Luna whispered to Ditzy before falling asleep. Over the course of the next few years, Luna and Ditzy spent all the time they could with each other, and their friendship slowly began to turn into something much more. The end.